Alright, fellas, where were we? We're finishing up this game. So this is 2023, so it's 2024, slot 3, right? Slot 1. Let's see, what should we choose? Let's go for it's not really big deal. Something. Skip. Go for 2, yeah. Move the trap, sure, why not? Skip around a bit, and then ask her what she's up to. Okay, cool. Skip. Ask her to join her in the garden. Yeah.
I suppose you could join me if you'd like.
Okay, do this, do that. Answer honestly. I think this is different.
Well, some of these chicks will grow up into egg layers so that we can eat things like that amazing omelet you made this morning. And others will be butchered for meat.
She stared at me, then she looked away, and those were definitely not tears of joy in her eyes. Not anymore. She petted another baby chick, but this time her hand was trembling. I felt pretty bad at that moment.
You take care of them from the time they're little babies like this, and then you kill them?
Yep.
It's not like I want to. It's just how it goes. I need to eat, and I can't exactly go pick up meat from the grocery store.
Yeah, think logically. I didn't feel like this was something that needed to be explained, let alone justified. It was how people survived. It wasn't pleasant or ideal, but just like staying away from each other to stop the spread of a deadly virus, it was necessary. Did she not get that? Why wasn't she saying anything?
Mallory?
I understand. I guess I just never thought about it before. It makes me a little sad.
Are you some hippie activist, animal activist from PETA or something?
I'll be okay though. Thank you for bringing me to meet them.
Yeah, just enjoy their moments. Enjoy the moment with them. Stood up, gave the chickens a little wave of goodbye, and left the coop. Followed her out, shutting the gate behind us.
Shall we head back inside?
She nodded as we strolled across the grass. Felt a little awkward. I think we're done with this. Skip around, da-da-da. Maturation. Read spam just for fun. Next is, what if I avoid the subject? I scratched the end of my nose and fixed my eyes at the compost bin beside her.
Lots of dandelions, huh? Nasty weeds. Did you know you can actually eat the leaves?
She looked down at them in surprise.
I don't know about that. I seem to remember trying to eat one when I was little, and it was disgusting.
They're only good when the leaves are young. Once they get too old, they turn bitter. Like me.
Self-deprecation. Took her a moment to process the joke, but when it clicked, she burst out laughing. Her laugh made me laugh too. You were interrupted when Mallory's stomach decided to let out a high-pitched growl. Okay, we've seen this. Let's see, around chapter slot 1, yeah. Oh wait, should I have stayed soft lock? I don't care. Ask her about her favorite memory.
Tell me something about how you grew up. A happy
we're done with
moment
this
or
already.
favorite memory.
Yeah, judgment. Next.
Good morning, sleepyhead.
Read spam. Skip. Give her some space. She just looked so withdrawn. I didn't want to invade her space. I figured that if she wanted to help, she'd ask for it. She didn't. She just shuffled towards the ladder, hesitating for a moment at the top, then turned around. Her foot slipped. She lurched, arms wheeling, and with a jolt of fear I grabbed her. She regained her balance by clinging to my arm.
Whoa, Mallory, be careful!
She let out a shaky breath.
I know I joked about it before, but falling off rooftops is not actually something we want happening. Are you okay?
I just got a fright, that's all. I'm okay.
Still, she continued holding on to me. As she lowered herself down onto the ladder, I waited until she'd reached the ground before I climbed down after her.
Thanks for being my hero again.
Sure. Always happy to help.
She smiled at me, and we carefully made our way back inside the house. Fire burned low. Okay, feels like
It's
the
so
same
nice in
again.
here. I didn't realize how cold I was.
Okay, let's save here. I wonder what would happen if I show her how you feel. It's not like there's actually something really strange here. Slowly, I lean in and brush my lips against hers. A moment later, she kissed me back. Oh, there you go. We looked at each other again, and my arms tightened around her.
I want you to stay with me too.
She shifted closer to me, resting her head on the pillow next to mine. She sniffled, giving me the soft smile as I stroked her hair.
Thank you for everything. You make me feel so safe.
I watched Mallory's eyes fall shut. Breathing became deep and slow. And even though she'd fallen asleep, that little smile never faded. Yes, it did. I kept stroking her hair. It felt so smooth between my fingers. I was hypnotized. How had I lived for so? I feel like this is the same thing, right? The next morning, I awoke to the sound of rain softly pelting. A storm had passed. Kept my eyes closed. Could hear her. Mallory was gone, but I knew she had been there because I could still feel her on my skin. The cabin felt extra chilly. I got out of bed and dressed up warm. Pulling on a pair of worn-out slippers, I made my way downstairs. Right away, I spotted Mallory in the kitchen. Oh, I thought she disappeared, and I felt my face break into a smile. She broke your rags, yeah, etc. Uh-oh. She has the infection again. Skippity-doo-dah-day. Sure. Read spam anyway. Let's see. What if we head for the highway? No way like the highway. Both options seemed so risky, so I took my chance and started down the driveway toward the main road. Already I could barely walk up my injured foot, since my shoe felt tight and wet, and every step sent pain shooting through my soul. The light from the flashlight bobbed ahead of me, lighting up potholes and stones for me to step around and over. It took longer than it should have, but as soon as at the turn where the driveway met the main road, with high mast lights towering over me. The road itself was desolate, of course. Few people traveled anymore. Still, as I staggered along the shoulder in the direction of the city, kept on cracking my flashlight, swinging it back and forth on the off chance that anyone might come along and see me. The thought of Mallory kept me going. I walked for a long time. It felt like a ghost world.
Please, is anyone out there?
My voice held more despair than I even realized I was feeling. But then, as if my desperate voice had summoned it, a car approached in the distance. I heard it before I saw it, and when I saw it, I started waving my arms again. You're supposed to stay away from people, my brain reminded me.
Shut up! That's not important right now!
Shut up, brain. The car was getting closer, its headlights glaring. I tried to jump, but my foot hurt too much.
Stop! Please stop! I need help!
Help. The car began to slow. I stumbled towards it. The window rolled and the driver peered out, saw my bloody foot and gasped.
Oh my god, what happened to you?
Oh, just things. I got caught in a bear trap. Oh my god.
I'm trying to get to the city. Please, I'm hurt and she's...
I couldn't even say it. How could I explain?
Get in, I'll take you to the hospital.
Yay. I wanted to cry. I hobbled to the passenger door and climbed in. By car, the city rose up within us within minutes. How the hell did I read that? As we moved through the dim pre-dawn streets, I looked out at the place I'd hoped never to return to. But it looks as much more decrepit than I imagined. The buildings were totally overgrown. There were broken windows and crumbling bricks, and the roads were all cracked apart. How the hell do roads get cracked apart? Oh, it's because of the plants. Here and there, bits of keep your distance. I think I've seen this before. I need to be reminded. There was a lot of vandalism too. Drove past one dusty-looking grocery store which had 3 people lined up. I've seen this before. Couldn't imagine how much it's tough. Yada yada. Hospitals came into view pretty quickly. I thanked the driver profusely for the ride, hopping out of the car almost before it had even fully stopped. So the med tent. I couldn't believe my eyes. Yep, we seen this before. Let's save here. Sure. Insist.
I can't stop until I find her.
Yeah. 5 3. Oh shit! I think I've seen this before. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it is. It is the same. God damn it. Okay. Load the game. 5. Why don't we accept treatment?
Okay.
Okay. After that, everything became a blur. Ooh. Inside the tent, I was brought to a makeshift bed. The bed was surrounded by heavy plastic curtains that distorted everything around me. The machines, the hazmat suits, the flapping canvas walls, the noisy buzz of a generator was like a jackhammer in my ears. The spiral of guilt and confusion consumed me. Was I sick? No. All of the horrible feelings in my body were because I'd been running so hard through the night, weren't they? Or had I left the inklings of them before? Someone checked my temperature, asked me questions, took my blood. Before I knew it, I was being wheeled from the tent to the hospital building itself for quarantine.
Don't worry, we're going to take care of you. Everything's going to be all right.
I didn't know who was talking to me because I couldn't see anyone's faces. All I knew was I didn't really believe them. After being admitted to the hospital, receiving preventative treatment, and being monitored closely for symptoms, I was finally allowed to leave. A week had passed, and by that time, there was no way for me to know what had happened to Mallory. I searched for her, of course, but it wasn't like the old days when you could file a missing persons report, or when someone would find a way to contact you about a loved one's passing. I returned to the cabin alone. The whole scene looked wrong somehow. The line of the trees at the cabin itself all looked dried out and colorless. There was nothing welcoming about this place, nothing that felt warm or safe. Near the front porch, I found a package which looked like it had been left outdoors a little too long, and my heart sank.
Must be that order I placed for drone delivery, with the first aid kit and the aspirin.
I bent to pick up the package and sat there on the porch to open it. There was the first aid kit, nicely stocked, and the fresh bottle of aspirin, shiny and sealed. And there was the ring I bought for Mallory, the one with dainty purple stone that reminded me of so much of her. I stared at it for a while and started talking to myself.
Do you wish you'd never met her? Yes.
I'm so funny. I'm so funny talking to myself.
That's a lie. Of course it is. But I wish I'd made different choices. I wish I hadn't lost her.
Yeah, how many times have we lost her so far?
Yeah.
A cold, brisk wind rushed past, pulling the last few crisp brown leaves off the trees, sending them skittering. One thwacked me in the face before flying off into the garden.
Thanks, wind.
Wind, oh you're at it again with your shenanigans. I stood up, put the ring on some twine or something, and wear it around my neck. And then what?
And then nothing. Maybe I'll get struck by lightning.
Oh, careful what you wish for. At least that would be something to look forward to, meeting Mallory again in whatever afterlife there was. Maybe we could be ghosts together, haunt the cabin and scare off any trespassers by flapping our sheets and rattling our chains. As I turned to reach for the door, something purple seemed to flash in the corner of my eye. For the briefest moment, I thought it was Mallory, but of course there was nothing there. Someday, I thought to myself, heading inside, shut the cabin door behind me and went to put on the kettle. Lol, she's dead. Right. 4, 2 to the 3s. Okay, head for the planetarium. I think so. Wait, did we? Oh crap! Yeah, we did this before. Sorry about that. Those 3. What if we delete the spam? Who cares? I dragged the email to the trash bin, emptied the trash bin for good measure. Then I shot to my feet, shoving my chair back aggressively. I didn't even know how angry and helpless I felt until that moment. I looked outside again and it had stopped raining, but there were streaks of water in the windows. It looked like the cabin was crying. What would I do if Mallory didn't pull through this? It really was the virus making her sick. The chances of her getting better were. But even finish the thought, I took a deep and trembling breath. Maybe some fresh air would help. Fresh air always help. I turned, looking around for my jacket. Instead, my watery eyes caught sight of something resting on the table. The small notebook left open. Oh, is it the note again?
We both know I...
Okay, continue to the 3s. For the planetarium. I think Mallory would get anything in the way of getting home. She was deserved to find out what happened to her sister, etc., etc. My head was spinning, couldn't feel it anymore. Hope was the thing that kept me going, etc., etc. The buildings, yada yada. I turned the circle. Called back out for Mallory. That's when I caught a sight of purple.
Mallory!
There you go.
Mallory, don't move! I'm coming!
I didn't even know if she could hear me. I just hurried as fast as my body would let me. Around the building to the fire escape, a dry, rattling feeling was building up in my chest. I could hardly breathe. Reached the top of the fire escape, yada yada. Where was she?
Mallory!
Cool breeze past, etc., etc.
I'm here.
There you go. I turned to find the source of that small, weak voice. There she was, at the opposite edge of the rooftop.
Why are you here?
She didn't look at me as she spoke. My throat felt like it was twisting shut. She did look at me. Look at those eyes.
Your letter. I found it, and I couldn't just let you go.
She listened and continued to gaze out on the cityscape, avoiding eye contact with me.
You shouldn't be here. It's dangerous for you to be close to me.
We already made out, so that's kinda too late now. She was so out of breath, approached her slowly, terrified that she would just float away.
It doesn't matter to me now. I care about you too much. I love you, Mallory.
Stirred her face, finally giving me a weak smile.
You dummy. I love you too. That's why I had to leave.
If you truly love something, you have to let them go. She swayed then, as though turning to look at me, made her dizzy, and her body dipped towards the edge. Ledge! Okay. Oh wait, what? I lunged, panicked, and grabbed Mallory's narrow arms. In one swift movement, I had pulled her onto myself, redirected the shift in weight to have her fall into my arms. Gently, I helped her lay down. Cheeks were blood red, skin like fire. She struggled to keep her eyes open. Wait, isn't this the same thing though?
I don't have much time left.
I feel like this is the same.
Maybe.
Yeah, this is the same. Yeah, she's dead. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is the same. Oh, well. Let's load it up. Sure. Ask her about her hopes for the future.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Oh, crap. Is this a job interview?
Hang on, that sounded like a job interview question. Let me try again.
Aha! I said the thing before you actually said the thing.
What kind of life do you dream about having? What are your hopes for the future?
I don't know. Undertale ruined my hopes and dreams. I'm addicted to playing video games. Well, not really. Mary smiled sadly.
You mean, aside from hoping someone finds a way to cure this virus?
Yeah, aside from that.
She thought for a moment, her gaze wandering.
It's sort of hard to imagine any particular future when everything seems so fragile all the time. But I guess no matter my situation, I'd always want to help people.
Fuck, I pressed too early.
Like, I'd love to keep a giant garden, just so I could share all the fruits and veggies with my neighbors. Also, I would learn how to knit socks, so I can make sure everyone's feet stay nice and warm, because cold toes are the worst. And maybe someday I could have a family of my own.
She blushed as she said the last part. I definitely didn't want her to feel embarrassed, so I quickly replied.
Wow. In my fantasy, I get abducted by aliens and they teach me how to drive their spaceship.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I may have to rethink that. For real though, that's a nice dream. Very altruistic.
What does altruistic mean? Some pretentious word that us English people know how to use? Know the very definition of? Mary smiled and gave a slight shrug.
Anyway, I should probably let you get back to work now.
The last thing I wanted to do was go back to work. I gave her a little poke just for suggesting it.
Don't do that! I'm super ticklish.
Oh, are you? I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
Poked her again and gently wagging my fingers. She twisted in her seat, laughing, her eyes lighting up. Her laugh was beautiful. She squealed and kicked her feet as I tickled her sides. A playful attempt at retaliation sent her slipping off her chair, but I easily caught her, and suddenly it was like our arms were around each other. We sat there on the floor, both of us laughing, through our breathlessness. It was amazing, and then it was a little awkward. I withdrew my arms and got to my feet. I helped her up. We stood there for a moment, just looking at each other.
I have an idea. Let me treat you to a special dinner tonight.
A special dinner? Ooh, and what would that be?
I haven't thought that far ahead yet. Give me a minute.
Hey, wait, I've seen this. Yeah, it is.
Good morning, sleepyhead.
Next up, what if we read a spam, maybe a little bit entertaining, etc., etc. I think I've seen this before. Hold back. I'm just reading a walkthrough here. so that I can complete this thingy. Okay, we've done this before. Infection. To the trees. Spam anyway, you know. To the trees. Keep searching the city. Oh, wait. Oh, crap. Wait. Oh, damn it. What if we continue to the city? Load. Yeah, the freeze. I feel. Oh, god damn it. Head for the planetarium. This isn't what I wanted. I have to do this again. So,
Where do you see yourself in?
Good morning, Sleepyhead.
Read the spam, maybe a bit entertaining. Give her some space. Hold back, it's too soon. Read the spam anyway, you never know. Let's see, continue to the threes and then keep searching the city. See, because in here it's go straight to hospital and then the other part is head for the planetarium. I've never seen this keep searching the city thingy. Heart told me to just keep looking for her, so I did. Carried on down the street, calling Mallory's name. Though everything seemed so deserted, there were a handful of people around who would turn to look at me, puzzled. They avoided my path, and I avoided theirs. And though I was determined to keep searching, any sense of hope I had was draining fast. It had taken me such a long time to get here. Mallory could be anywhere by now. Anything could have happened.
I'm looking for a girl. Please, have you seen a girl wearing purple? Her name is Mallory. Do you know where I can find her?
Someone must have seen her, but no one would tell me. No one would say. I searched for a long, long time. It was a slog. My head spun, and after a while, I couldn't feel either of my feet anymore. Then I saw the small crowd gather on the street up ahead. The people wearing gloves and masks, some of them sitting and crying, some of them standing together and shaking their heads. There was a van with sunlights parked nearby, not an ambulance, but a dark, non-emergency vehicle, the kind that came to collect people once they've passed. Oh shit. The last time I'd seen a van like that was when my parents died. I wandered towards the nearest group of people, stopping a little ways away from them.
What happened?
The small group exchanged a glance. One of them answered in a somber tone.
Someone jumped off the planetarium building.
Oh crap.
Oh no.
Yeah, it happened a couple of hours ago, just after the sun came up. She was just laying there in the street. I'm glad they were finally able to send someone to take the body away.
There was a strange, horrible sinking feeling in my gut. A raven was cawing loudly somewhere nearby.
It was a girl.
Yeah, just a young woman. A teenager, maybe. So freaking sad.
It couldn't have been Mallory, could it? Before I knew it, I was limping across the road, trying to see something, anything. I saw the blood on the ground. I saw city personnel lifting something wrapped in a tarp, lifting it up into the back of the van. I saw a mud-stained purple shoe, forgotten in the gutter. The whole world came crashing down around me, because somehow I'd found her, only I was too late. I returned to the cabin alone. The whole scene looked wrong somehow, etc., etc. Near the front porch, etc.,
Must be
etc.
that order I placed.
Yep. I went to pick up the package. There was a ring. Stared at it for a
Wish
while.
you'd never. Yes,
Yep.
that's of
An
course.
interview
it is.
with myself,
Yeah.
etc., etc. Thanks,
Wind.
Wind. What timing?
And then nothing.
Maybe I'll get struck by lightning. Haunt the cabin, etc., etc. Yeah. Someday. Oh, she's dead. Sorry. Lol. Let's see. So that's the head over heels show up too little too late. Confirm. Alright, the name.
I don't remember. What more could I have wanted?
Let's see. Leave it where it is. What was one again? there you go. Leave it where it is. Set of traps, there for a reason after all. And what happened to Mary was more of a freak accident than anything else. I knew where the traps were. And that was the most important thing. Anyone unfamiliar with them shouldn't be creeping around here anyway. I confident in my decision, carried on walking down into the garden. Right away I could see where Mallory had dug up breakfast, surveyed, etc., etc. Have you had enough confrontation for one day? And then, chapter 4. Let's see, Cherie should just relax and stay
You've done more than enough.
Answer honestly,
Well-
we've seen this before. Read the spam just for fun. Better avoid the subject. And then, not sure about a favorite memory.
Tell me something about how.
Okay.
Good morning.
Read the spam, maybe it'll be entertaining. Give her space. Hold back, it's too soon. Okay. Read the spam anyway, you never know. And then save, save here. Yeah. Head for the highway. Oh yeah, is it just the part where I didn't have my foot trapped into the bear trap or something? Both options seemed risky, so I took my chance and started down the driveway toward the main road. Ran as fast as I could. The light from the flashlight bobbed and bounced ahead of me, lighting up potholes and stones for me to dart around over and over. Within minutes I was at the turn where the driveway met the main road, and with high mast lights towering over me. The road itself was desolate, of course. Few people traveled anymore. As I jogged along the shoulder in the direction of the city, I kept on cracking my flashlight, swinging it back and forth on the off chance that anyone might come in and see me. Suspicion began to form in my side, making each foot painful. What?
Please. Is anyone out there?
I thought I avoided the trap because I knew where the trap was. Adrenaline worn off, and now there was hollowness in me. Then, as if my desperate voice had summoned it, a car appeared in the distance. I heard it before I saw it, and when I saw it, I started waving my arms, frantic once more. Stay away from each other, etc.
Shut up. That's not.
Car was getting closer. I jumped up and down and waved the flashlight, calling out.
Stop! Please stop! I need help!
The car began to slow. I hurried towards it, believing it was about to come to a stop. But after a brief hesitation, the car sailed past, picking up speed and leaving me to watch its taillights fade. I fell to my knees, exhausted, hopeless. Then once I caught my breath, I got up and started jogging again. Keep going for Mallory, just keep going. It wasn't so long before I heard the hum of another vehicle coming down the road. I started waving my flashlight back and forth once again. Maybe this time. But to my amazement, this car actually slowed to a stop, honking as it did. It had one of those cheery, ridiculous musical horns.
Oh, thank you. Finally.
I stopped, leaning on my knees to catch my breath. The driver of the car reached over and rolled the window down, revealing themselves to be a sweet-looking old lady with bottle-thick glasses perched on her nose.
Hello, dear. How can I help you?
You have to help me. I'm looking for someone.
I'm trying to get to the city. Could I maybe have a ride? I promise I'm not sick.
You're sick. I couldn't believe I was saying this, even though I didn't know. I could have caught the virus from Mallory easily. I could be a carrier. I could spread it. I could...
Goodness me, I'm not worried about that. Climb in, dear.
Relief flooded me. I climbed into the car, which smelled like toffee and knitting, and pulled the door shut behind me. The sweet old lady in her floral dress leaned forward over her steering wheel, and we carried on down the highway.
So tell me, dear, what's got a nice young thing like you in such a tizzy?
It's my friend. She's in the city and she's sick. I need to get to her. I just can't lose her to this damn virus.
Did you just call me a good little thing? No.
Oh, well, it's not a virus. You know that, don't you, dear?
It's not. Then what is it? I looked at her, confused.
Sorry?
It's not a virus, it's an allergy.
Ooh.
It's an allergy.
Does a sharply dressed bear poop in the woods? Yes, it's an allergy. Sure as the earth is flat.
Dude, the earth is never flat. What the? Oh, God.
What? Wait, you think the Earth is flat?
getting flatter every day, dear.
No, it doesn't. How stupid are you?
I myself have quite a rash from all the flattening.
No, it's... I stared at the road straight ahead. Okay, just ignore. In a few minutes, you'll reach the city. That's what's important.
And speaking of, dear, do you know what rhymes with flat earth? Cat earth. That's right. The cats have known all along.
Good point. You can just drop me off near the hospital and I'll go from there. We're getting close, right?
Heavens to Betsy! You don't expect me to drive on the main roads, do you?
Why not?
She looked appalled that I would even ask such a question, and I was getting frustrated.
You realize we're on a main road now, right?
What?
The old lady gasped, slamming the brakes and spinning the steering wheel left toward the trees. I shouted. Suddenly, we were careening across the shallow ditch and into the woods, and the old woman kept jerking the wheel back and forth as she pressed the pedal closer to the metal.
Stop! Stop!
We hit something hard. I felt it rattle up, throw me from beneath the car. Then seconds later, came the crunching impact of the crash. In terrifying slow motion, I saw the hood, the windshield buckle and crumple towards me. Then there was only darkness and the broken sputtering sound of that ridiculous musical horn going off. What a stupid way to go, I thought. Lol. Cat Earth theory. There goes our drama. Skip. Here's a tree. Wait, what? Wait, let me do that again. Both obviously risky, so I took my chances, started down the footpath as I ran as fast as I could on the over the uneven ground. There you go. The beam from my flashlight bounced and shook, hardly making it any easier to see. Branches whipped me and roots tripped me, and couldn't make myself stop or slow down.
Mallory! Mallory!
How the hell is Mallory so fast? Didn't know where I was. I couldn't see anything. I just kept running, panting hard, every breath a stabbing pain. My foot caught something, a root or a rock. I pitched forwards, momentum throwing me head over heels, and not in a good way. The flashlight went flying off into the bushes somewhere. Instead of slamming into the ground, I seemed to just kept falling. I didn't feel the impact. I came to sprawled across a bed of snapped branches, rocks and hard-packed earth. Water trickled somewhere nearby, a stream or a brook. The sky was still dark and everything hurt. I tried to move, pain stopped me. Something was definitely broken. I managed to crane my neck, making my eyes open as wide as I could. The forest sloped up and up overhead, a dizzying sight like an optical illusion.
Oh, no. No.
I had fallen into a dark ravine. That's what you get for sprinting through a dark forest all willy-nilly. Tears clouded my vision. Shut up, brain.
Mallory.
Tried to move again. I tried harder. I couldn't get up, but my leg twitched and I noticed a rip in my pant leg. There were these same pants I'd been wearing that night I met Mallory. I had torn them coming into the cabin. That chair had been fixed with a heart patch. I remembered Mallory taking that box of clothes, seeing her later with a needle and a thread as she worked to stitch up rips and fasten buttons. But she hadn't many of these pants. She'd embroidered them, left a sweet token of herself and her ability to love and care for others. My heart swelled and ached, and all I wanted to do was cry. Why did this have to happen? Why did I have to lose everyone I ever dared to love? My head was spinning so fast I felt like I couldn't keep my eyes open. I felt like maybe I would die here. Came to understand that I had no hope of reaching Mallory. Laying cold and broken at the bottom of the forest ravine, I cried.
I'm sorry, Mallory.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Go, man. All I had now were thoughts of her and what would become of us. Maybe I'll see her again. I'll become a ghost or something. But what if I can only haunt this specific forest ravine? Damn. Okay, so I think we're done doing everything here. Yeah, this is where my walkthrough ends. Achievement guide. So yeah, we're done with Cabin Fever. Ha! What are we missing? I don't think we're missing anything. Look at that. Wait, oh, the DLC. Right. 18 plus, wink wink. Yeah. What is this more? So yeah, this is Cabin Fever, my first playthrough of this game is really quite charming. Mallory is indeed really adorable, charming, etc. Perfect woman. I feel like she's too true to exist IRL. But then again, I've met a few who actually are like this, and they're like, god damn it, their boyfriends are lucky. Anyway, wanna try the game for yourselves? It's available on Steam. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.